Tonight I will be speaking about how significantly much the children of the 21st century have changed since the 1920s and 30s. I will be touching on what have we done, what will we do, and what do we need to get there. You will be hearing some other topics tonight that will be tied in to what I will be speaking on. For what have we done? The children of today's society have become very lazy and sedentary and like to just sit in front of TV all day and play video games. And sometimes I may want to be lazy and just sit around the house too, but it's pretty different from those of the 1920s and 30s. They used to work for what they wanted, and if they had to go somewhere, they would have to walk everywhere. If they had to go to school, if they wanted to go hang out with their friends, they always had to walk. In today's society, because of our laziness and sedentariness, the children have become overweight and begin to have health problems. And even in school, they don't even want to participate in PE classes, and even at some schools, it's not mandatory to have gym or PE. Secondly, children are being neglected. Many parents don't care what their children do. They might not know even where their children are. In some cases, children are being abused by their own parents. Last year, an 18-month-old child was severely beaten by her mother's boyfriend. It started out where the little girl wouldn't eat her dinner, and he got so mad to the point where he began to beat her with a belt for an hour, and the mother just stood there and watched, but it just got so bad to the point where she even had to leave the room. And that just shows how much that some parents don't care. And there was another case where in North Carolina where a 5-year-old was put into prostitution. Her mother sent her out into prostitution, and the little girl went missing, and she ended up to be dead, and now her mother is in jail because of this. In the 1920s and 30s, this wouldn't have been a problem because parents really watched out for their children, and even if the parents weren't around, other people in their neighborhoods would try to help out, and it was like a big family. Thirdly, children are less family-oriented. So they just don't have a care in life. They don't eat family together. They don't have any time of fellowship with their family. They don't have bonding times. But in the 1920s and 30s, they'd always do everything together. They had family nights and had dinner together and just had that bonding. At home, children aren't even being disciplined. That's why if they come to school and they're not even respecting their teachers, and they get a call home, that the teachers call home, and the parents think that the teachers are in the wrong, but really the parents aren't doing what is right at home. And there's shows that also encourage parents not to discipline their children, such as Super Nanny and Nanny 911, and they say that you shouldn't use the belt at all, and you don't need to raise your voice with your children, and you don't need to hit them at all, but yeah, they say that, but and if you're talking to your child on their level, then it's not going to help them in the long run. They're just going to run over you and just not listen to anything that you tell them to do. And if people out in society today see people like just spanking their kids or something, they try to call Child Protective Services or try to call the police and say that they need to be arrested for hitting their child. For what will we do? If these factors increase, we will see more undisciplined children who are unhealthy and who don't want to have a want in life to learn. And if these factors decrease, we will see more children who are healthier and have just the right attitude towards life and to their teachers and parents. For what do we need to get there? If we see people who are struggling and children who are struggling, we can try to give them a hand and tell them and lead them in the right direction to help their children. In conclusion, in today's society, children have become sedentary, undisciplined, neglected, and if we try to help people, we can give them, children can have a better future. In the words of Albert McCallum, people focus their energies on those things that they find most important. Those people who saw success in life as raising their children to be productive, secure adults left no stone unturned to achieve that goal. Thank you.
Okay, we'll now have a 10-minute intermission. If you go up to the left here, we have a table set up with some snacks and drinks and so forth. Feel free to use the restrooms. They're also out to the left. And I'll be out there for handshakes and other great bits like that. All right, thank you.